the computer first. Right, good evening everybody and welcome to our Wednesday webinar. Now, if you see the videos, this is where you'll see it from and think they're always professional, but we've been drinking our tea, talking about the weather and COVID lockdown. Tonight's informal. Notice how I say it's informal, but I go really formal as soon as I put the record button on. I will try to go less formal. But we're going to, Tricia is going to do a short training on, and I'll share the screen and you just tell me when to put the slides up, Tricia, on the new beginner startup guide. And if everybody could pop themselves on mute except Tricia, I will share the speaker view if it allows me to. Can you see that? Because it's taking ages to load.
Oh yeah.
It's taking ages to load. Make sure I've shared it. Let's just check that I've actually just shared it with Zoom and not just opened my PowerPoint up, which could be possible since I've been doing Zoom trainings and organising them since about 5 o'clock before a break. Yes, I hadn't shared the screen. Where is it? There's one that's a welcome. That's the introduction. It's this one I wanted. Thought we could choose for one of the two. This one's slightly longer, Tricia, but there's nothing that you don't know. It's slightly longer than the welcome one. It should take you probably about 15 minutes. So I'm going to just find your wee face. And what I'll do is I'll mute everybody and you just unmute yourself. And that way we should be, if I mute everybody, we should be able to see you on the screen when I do speaker view. And I'll mute myself, obviously. So I'm going to mute me. Have you unmuted, Tricia? She's not unmuted.
That's me now. That's me.
Right, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to click mute. But I'm going to find your wee face on the camera first, for the benefit of the video that people come back to watch. And I'm going to mute myself and I'll introduce you to Tricia, who's going to go through our new beginner startup guide, stage 1 retail.
Okay. Stage 1 retail. You can retail with catalogues, you can retail online, or you can do both. I've not got my glasses on, I can't see it. And you can use it for personal use as well. Sorry. Can't hear you. Stage 1 retail. There are four main ways to choose from. You can retail the products in the early stages through catalogues in your local area, friends, family, and work colleagues, Facebook, online, showing the products. Your first step is to decide what you are looking for from your new VVMK business. Decide along with your sponsor how you would like to retail the products. The catalogues online are all of the above. The best way to maximise your profit is to do all of the above. How much would you like to earn from retail? How many catalogues do you need? Your sponsor will guide you with this. How much time are you able to dedicate to achieving your retail goal in your VVMK business? Okay. Your catalogues will take 2 to 3 days to arrive. While waiting on your catalogues to arrive, you can get your Facebook selling group up and running. There are 2 short videos. These can be found on the support site in the retail section. How to sell on Facebook groups, setting up your group and promoting it to your friends. 2, promoting and selling on Facebook, on Marketplace and Facebook buy and sell groups. It's important to watch each video all the way through, don't skip. Keep in constant contact with your sponsor. They are here to guide you through this. Facebook online shop, your group. You will find all product images on your Facebook vvmk.biz. Initially, this may be the best way to place best place to take product images from, as you can also check there in stock. Your sponsor may also have a team product group. They will add you to for easy access to the product images or videos. Please check the products are in stock before posting. It's important you make these photos your own by editing them. This is nice and simple to do and all explained in the simple training guides videos. If you're looking to sell and team build on Facebook, it is also important to watch the video how Facebook works, how to protect your Facebook account. Prepare for your catalogues arriving. Make a list of friends, relations, acquaintances, neighbours, people you know. When your kit arrives, we recommend you keep some catalogues aside to give to the above list. Please watch the video, How to Build a Strong Customer Base with the catalogues, which covers this. This video also covers building a door-to-door customer base. Make your catalogue retail plan. Your sponsor will send you all the templates you require for retailing. Your weekly planner, your catalogue day slips, your sorry I missed you, final sorry I missed you, thank you for your order, track your catalogue retail, newsletter template. Your sponsor will help you to fill out your first 2 to 4 weeks retail plan. They will also help and guide you with your customer newsletter. New distributor 21-day checklist. Number 1, join the Facebook support groups in your team product group. 2, read the how to get started guide, watch the video. Number 3, getting started, meeting, call, Zoom with your sponsor, induction training. Number 4, set up your Facebook group or your shop. Number 5, watched and executed how to promote your group to friends and family. 6, watched and executed how to sell on Facebook Marketplace and buy and sell groups. 7, given a catalogue to your friends list, spoken to them about the opportunity. 8, executed your catalogue retail plan using a weekly planner. 9, tracked your results. 10, understand the order procedure. 11, keep in contact with your sponsor. 12, attend a meeting, training, Zoom, live. 13, showed, demonstrated a product.
Lynn, you're on mute.
Everybody's on mute. Hold on. Just to go. Sorry about that, guys. Can you unmute yourselves all? Because now that some of you have unmuted, I can't go unmute all. Sorry about that. I don't even know what I was saying there because I was ad-libbing. That was excellent, Tricia. Thank you so much.
Well done, Tricia.
Well done.
Thank you.
Tonight, as I said, tonight I thought I want gallery view. Tonight, because it wasn't deliberate, we did end up clashing with the Zoom. If you were late to get started, Scott's Zoom was originally last Wednesday, which I wouldn't have been able to do actually as it happens, because I couldn't even get the internet for my own one by the Thursday. But it was last Wednesday and we had ours on the Thursday. It didn't clash. And then when I did the Zoom tonight, there was seeing faces from my team, and I thought I'd be covering a lot of the same subjects. So I thought we could just have a wee informal get together tonight. So well done, Tricia. They do say in the business, if you train it, you retain it. So it's really good to get, to push yourself outside your comfort zone. We're giving you the opportunity when it's just us. We're looking at, how we can get you doing more little basic trainings like that are going to help you, but also going to help new people in the business. Right, anybody want to share a positive story? And
Not gonna.
I thought somebody said nothing.
Well, I would like to say that I went to do one delivery today, and in the 20 minutes it took me to go and do the delivery, I sold £84 worth of coos and calves online while I was away.
Wow.
Well done.
Well done.
I just posted them on a few groups in Marketplace just before I went out, and 20 minutes later I'd sold £84 worth.
I'm sorry to our
They're
English
very popular. If you
friends.
haven't sold them yet, give it a go.
I'm apologising to my English friends, but I think you should try and promote them anyway online, because I did hear for the other room they're no selling as well down south as what they are up here in Bonnie, Scotland. But we are. But here's an interesting thing that I decided to do. I'll tell a wee story. When I sell online, if it's out with Livingston, unless it's like mid-Calder, half a mile away, it's like just there, or you know, somewhere that I go, Scott Mid and Polbeth, for example, on. Unless it's somewhere I know that I go locally, I don't deliver them. I very rarely get collect because, as you know, we're ordering them in, and I'm very rarely have products left over to sell. You know, so I don't have the stock. I don't keep the stock, so we order them for them. So what I decided to do, and it was only because I had 2 orders for just the same street, in a place called Bog Hall, which is a few miles away. It's not that far away. I was at the Deer Park, and it's about 5 minutes down the road. Right, so but I wouldn't normally deliver there for one product. But what I did say, well, I can deliver that. I can get that delivered to you for a couple of pounds. And I took petrol money. I'm sorry, but I took petrol money. I was going to decide whether I, you know, depending on the size of your order, I might drop ship it to her and give her a bit of discount. But when it was only a couple of pounds, and then I got another order in the same street. But it's like another order in the same street. What's the chances of that? So what I was saying at the beginning before people joined us is selling on Facebook also helps us to identify areas where we really could use a catalogue distributor. Because when I went to that area, it's called Bog Hall. It's famous because of the Proclaimers. Bog Hall no more. It's in the Proclaimers song. It is actually famous. Song. When you go, that song. It is a very working class area. Yeah, that's all I'll say. It's a very working class area, but that's where we do brilliantly well. We do brilliantly well with Viva MK in all areas, but it's like if you're getting lots of people from condensed areas, look for a distributor in that area. And yes, I did speak to her about the business. She wasn't interested in catalogues or the online, but she thought her 16-year-old granddaughter would do it. Call me in 2 years. I don't do the 16-year-old granddaughters anymore, and I did explain to her granny that sometimes the granny wants them to do the work more than they want to do the work. But it was nice of her to offer. That's my story. Who's going to share a story? Come on. Jeff, go on. You're allowed to talk now. It was just the training you weren't allowed to do.
You probably saw my
Pardon?
You probably saw my story in the groups, but have you ever been to the shops and there's this child that goes, "Mummy, mummy, 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 mummy," and just wears poor mummy's name out? They know about persistence, children. And I went to a house on Monday to collect my catalogue back from my blanket drop. Oh, I haven't had a chance to look at that. They only had 4 days. But you know, they haven't given it priority. Okay, I'm back in the area tomorrow. I'll pick it up then. Knock at the door on Tuesday. Teenage boy comes to the door. Hasn't got a clue. I said, "Oh, give her another tomorrow slip." And said, "I'll be back tomorrow. Can you get mum to leave it outside?" So I trudged down to the road. It's the only one down this road that I've got to go to. Pick up the catalogue with an order for £21. Persistence does pay off. Usually, usually when they go back and back and back, they don't bother. They've lost it. They've done something silly with it.
Quite often, especially when you get the 2 or 3 different visits. Well done for persisting. That's a great story. Owen's doing that. He's probably prepping catalogues and stuff. I was going to grab a story for Owen, but anybody else got some stories to share? Owen's back. Come on, there's lots of them going in the group. Owen, are you there? I want 2 stories going because we've got 2 new people on tonight. Are you back on? Now you've built up your confidence to talk to us. Right, first of all, you dropped to cast, you did do your first blanket drop of catalogues. It was a small amount of catalogues to people. You want to explain that story, because it wasn't just cold, it was kind of half warm, wasn't it? If you know, wasn't it just
half warm? I would say I know them. I know their names. Like if I walk along the street, I would say hello. That's what the 15 people were. And it was just to really hit my star 1000, and they pulled it out of the bag. I think there was 15 catalogues out, and I think in the end it was 9 orders in, and it was £120. And then I also got another order after Wednesday, and it wasn't even in my catalogue. It was a catalogue out of a magazine, a newspaper. So I was like, oh good, a £50 order. And I was like, hold on a minute, bathroom storage cabinet. We didn't sell bathroom storage cabinets, but it's an older customer, so I've actually ordered it offline for them from that website, and I'll deliver it to them next week.
Right.
I mean, they're older, so they can't do online.
So she's ordered a product. Oh, bless her.
It was
You've got that
from one of these magazines out the paper.
Well, now she'll convert to your magazine.
She'll not get them mixed up. No, she did order for mine as well. So it's a half and half.
You're getting a reputation now as somebody that can get stuff.
Very handy. If you want to get to know people, Scotland are recruiting now. But
that does help a lot. Getting involved in your local community does help. There's loads of ways you can get involved in groups, parent and teachers, community groups, churches. That builds up your contacts, and then don't be afraid to just say, I'll just give you a catalogue. That's
the important part though, because is that how you do it? Because my next question is for the people that don't know, Nikki and Eleanor might not be aware of this. Owen only started in June 2020, and he regularly retails between 50. I should have got you told your story. Why am I telling your story? I'm used to telling it like on the training tonight. You tell your story. To practice. Sorry, Owen.
Yeah, so I started in June. My sponsor Louise, I was following her page, which she just puts sponsoring. So she wants you to join as a distributor. So that's how I joined it. I did actually. I was her customer about 3 years ago. Mum bought products from her, so that's how it was in my mind. And I found her, joined, started up within the first week. I had my group set up. I think I had 200 people in it the first week that I know all of them, all of the 200. And then the first period I was £1,000 of sales. I couldn't believe it. That was just through posting products on the group. Not even many products, just the ones I thought were the best, and they sold well. And then I just built it there through the summer, got up to 400 people, and then I started giving out catalogues with so the orders I gave out catalogues, and almost every catalogue I gave out with orders came back with another order. So that really did work well for me, giving the orders out from the group and then getting a repeat order from the catalogues on them. And then I just kept going and going. We had Christmas and just doing it all, starting to do the catalogues properly now in March.
I don't know how much you've retailed since started. If I knew I was going to get an impromptu testimonial tonight, I would have checked for you, but it's consistently over £1,500 to £2,000 every 4 weeks. Mainly online, but to pick up on a couple of important things that Owen said there, every customer who buys online gets a catalogue. And Kate, that reminds me, got an opportunity to ask Michael tonight, because I asked Michael tonight, because he talked before me, and then half the people left after Michael left, so talk last, Michael. I gave him a now. He doesn't realise he draws the crowds. He draws the crowds. We don't draw the crowds. He draws the crowds. And it was a good training, I thought. But I asked them 2 things. I said, one, could you put an income opportunity flyer in with each direct dispatch? contact the person who said, because if we were taking it to their door, their catalogue would have a slip, you know, do you know anybody?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like these two women in Bog Hall, I asked them, oh, I've two products in the same street, and immediately said, oh, I'm looking for people in this area. I don't suppose you know anybody who'd be interested in that went for there. Like the screen all change. I hate when the screen changes because your faces all go in different places. And it made me lose my track. So yes, Kate. So the other thing I said, Kate mentioned to you before that with the direct dispatch, could we put a catalogue pack in with the direct dispatch?
Yeah.
And he said he's going to start it from tomorrow.
Oh, fantastic!
Woohoo!
Because I did speak to him about
Other
this, but
people tried to steal that idea on that Zoom. Michael,
Mhm.
well, no, they didn't. Michael tried to say other people, but I said no. Kate's been saying this to you for months. Well
I
done.
did, and the reason they couldn't do it at the time was because when they were in their last warehouse, the dispatch team were charging for every item they put in a box, and they wouldn't have been able to afford somebody else to collate a catalogue pack to put in. So I asked them, and actually now that they've moved and they're virtually packing the stuff themselves, that was going to be, and it still will be, because I'm emailing them about some other stuff tonight or tomorrow. So I will reinforce that again. That's fantastic if they're going to do that, because I have been asking for years actually.
Always asked us, and I better do it. I will send a message to remind them, and then I'll send another message to remind them in the morning. Because it's as easy as that to do, and it's you don't even need to tick. What Kate's idea was, you could just tick buy a catalogue pack, and they could shove it in your direct dispatch.
You could have a stock code for it and pay 50 pence for it or something. That's what I was thinking when you wanted it in.
Was you can just start putting them in the direct dispatch from tomorrow.
That's brilliant. They're going to do that. That's great. Really good news.
I mean, that is going to get you follow-up sales. So what I'm going to tell you now, if you're selling, and I know that, do you sell like with your local area, just out of curiosity, on your Facebook?
No, I've not, just my local, just really Preston Pans and Port Seaton, very, very local.
Do you deliver to all of these areas, or do some of them have to go by direct dispatch?
No, I've never done any direct dispatch at all.
Right, so delivering them by hand is obviously better, because you get a chance to chat, you build up the customer rapport, the face-to-face, you can give them a catalogue. By the way, I'll just tell you another story in a wee minute. Remind me of the poppy brooch. But the alternative to that is because a lot of people don't work in a condensed area. I mean, if Owen wasn't getting enough, if he wasn't getting enough sales in his own area, I'd say expand, but he is. And the only reason I'd maybe expand that slightly would be thinking about my sponsoring side of the business, the team building. Do you know what I mean? To get into further afield. But you could, I've lost my thread there. Putting a catalogue in with the packs. Now, Owen's got better results because he knows the people warm market, but think about how many people we know just to say hi. You don't really know them. How many people are stopping for a chat? I'm offering catalogues to anybody that's got a pulse. Make sure you're carrying some packs with you, because one, the catalogue's doing better than it's ever done before, and I'm even going back to my other 25 years in my other business. The results are phenomenal. Two, more people are looking to buy and shop online. And the direct dispatch, what have you, the lockdown as well, it's made people's situations, circumstances different. So that catalogue going in with the pack, I'll go back to one of my top sellers in Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, which is a bit of a stumbling block at the moment. Top seller online in Ireland used to phone all her customers on a Friday, her online customers, and say, I'm placing an order. She did it every Friday. Do you remember Lynette? Was it Lynette?
Yeah.
I always got her and another girl muddled up. It wasn't because I forgot her name. I called her the wrong name. I mean, I can't remember. It was high figures. Possibly higher. I think that her particular team did £9,000 online in the first month in Viva MK. So that's the kind of online presence that they had. But the main thing that she talked to all her distributors was every Friday she'd phone her customers or online customers. They've had a catalogue. If Viva's putting a catalogue in the pack, we can say, oh, by the way, they'll be putting this catalogue's going to be in with your order. I'll give you a wee call on Friday, or I'll give you a call, or I'll give you a message if you don't want to call. and just try what Louise was the other girl. There was another girl called Louise, wasn't there? They looked so alike. I get them muddled up. They were
Louise Conklin, was it? Yeah.
They look like twins. They look like twins. So, I mean, that catalogue going out with direct dispatch. Everybody send Michael a message so he doesn't forget.
Oh, don't you worry.
and Kate bragged you up. It was Kate's idea, brilliant idea, to put the catalogue in with the packs, and even better if you don't have to pay for it. Do you know what I mean? Michael did ask, is that with direct dispatch? And then he kind of went, duh. Because we didn't need a free catalogue in our DPD orders that we sent to ourselves. So well done in that, Kate. Thanks for that, Owen. Well done for sharing your story. And
remember the puppy.
And good luck with your customer base this week. Keep us posted.
I've never seen anybody ever so enthusiastic about blast cans as Owen, by the way.
Oh,
he even went out in the snow to do a demonstration in the dark in the snow with blast cans.
They sell really well for me.
I know. I mean, I do have one customer who's now delivered 3 to her today, and that's all 9 she's tried. So, you know, every time a new one comes out, she's first person to order it. She loves them.
Who was it sold 11 blast cans to one customer? Was that Owen? Was that somebody else?
Brian, who's just started in our team.
Brian, who's just started.
He sold 7, because I was telling him, actually, I said we had some, you know, one of the first things to put in your new online group would be the blast cans, because they're a really great seller and people love them, and told him a wee bit about Owen's story and stuff like that. And the next day he had sold 7 to one person.
I sold 1.5 blast cans this week.
1.5?
1.5. Neighbour across the road popped out for a smoke, and so I was chatting to him when I went to the car, and apparently his wife was decorating the bedroom. I said, I couldn't do that. I said, the smell of the paint would really affect me. Oh yeah, it does me. I said, this is what you want. And I had a Fleur and a Ventus, but the Ventus was used because we'd use it indoors. He said, oh, I like that Ventus, that one there. He said, that smells like aftershave. I said, oh, well, you know, I used it. How much do you want for that one? Oh, £4. So that's my half a can.
Only Jeff would do that.
I might try that, because I've got half a can of cherry in my car.
Cherry's really nice. Here's a story I'll tell you for the blast cans. Because
wait a minute.
I'll burn candles.
Knock on the door.
All right.
And we said, have you got any more of those? I said, no, I've only got the floral one. Oh, it's for my daughter. She wanted this. She's a pest. She's 22. Okay, I'll tell her you haven't got any of those, but you have got the floral one. Okay, go back to the kitchen. Can I have that floral one, please? So that's 1.5 cans.
Fantastic.
Well, I'm going to give you a positive story for the blast cans at work. I have, as you know, a teenager, 13-year-old granddaughter, and a 10-year-old that don't notice anything, even if it's right in front of their nose. I continually have a little electric oil burner that I burn the Viva MK waxes melts, and I will tell you the wax melts are better than any other wax melts. That one's on 24/7, except when the kids are here because they knock it over. And it literally, the smell from our soil wax, as you can see, I have plenty of supply. I like the ones with sparkle as well, the wee sparkle at the bottom. Don't know if they're still doing them, are they? But these are really good. But I blasted each room before I went out. I blasted the lounge, the hall, the kitchen, and upstairs. And then the grandkids were in, and I said, oh, this is my new blast cans, practicing my demonstration. She went, yes, Grandma, we smelt them as soon as we came into the house. We wondered what the smell was. They've never commented on all my array of things that I've had for years. They've never noticed them, apart from Baby Belle. Baby Belle, because her mum's house proud. Baby Belle will say, Grandma, that smells nice. So these blast cans are really, really excellent products and good to demonstrate. I mean, I scooshed one, I don't know where it was, but it was outside, but there was a big puffy smoke, you know, people smoking outside. And it actually does disperse smoke. It disperses. And when I burnt the stuff in my oven, sorry, I'm talking too much. I've been talking since 5 o'clock. Somebody else tell a story and we'll get you Fiona, what's been happening in your world? Number 8 in Viva MK.
We've been blanket dropping, an area we haven't done for years since Clean Easy. And yeah, first pickup, we got 5 new customers. We're going back for the rest tomorrow, see what we pick up.
Excellent. So it's blanket dropping in a new area. Keep us posted.
Yeah.
Nigel and Amanda, I'm just picking on people because you have no sharing. How's your week been? Any stories? Even if you just want to tell for the benefit of Nikki and Eleanor, the people who are new tonight, what your retail is. Or any stories?
Yeah, we've done well this week. We've had off a customer base, we've had £580 worth of orders, I think. It was, so that's been good. The shakes have been going well. I've been, a lady said to me the other day, have you lost weight? I said, I have. I said, I've lost half a stone. And she said, oh, what have you been doing? I said, I've been drinking my shakes. I have a couple of Weetabix in the morning, and then I have my shake for my lunch. I said, and then I have a normal tea. I said, and that's all I've been doing. She said, could you order me some? So I took it round to her today, and she said, when you put your next order in, can you order me another one so that I've got one, because they only last for 2 weeks. So I've got one ready for the 3rd week, she said. So I've sold quite a few of them just by people just commenting that I've lost weight.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I do know that that's the best way to sell them, is by, and unfortunately people like me and Jane cannot join in. Though I was joining in, and Amanda and I had a little thing going because I'm very bad at eating. For example, tonight I got in from delivering products. I came straight onto my laptop. I sorted out my other Zoom, sorted out the rest of this Zoom, and I've still not eaten. And Kate told me to remember and have a shake, but I forgot. However, I was going to use them as a meal replacement, proper meal replacement to gain weight or whatever. Now, I fell at the first hurdle. This is quite interesting. I fell at the first hurdle because I do take shakes with all the vitamins and stuff in it because I'm a bad eater. None of them really fill you up. This does actually fill you up.
It really does.
This does, which was a bit of a problem for Skinny Minnie wanting to put weight on. However, the time that you take it, taking it in the morning, and just kind of making yourself take it in the morning, that's the time I don't eat. Do you know what I mean? And taking it in the afternoon, taking it at night, I was still full in the morning. That was the truth. It does make you feel full. Now, the secret to losing weight is you do have to still eat. You do still have to eat 3 meals a day. I do know that, or gaining weight. But these ones work. Because I know people that take shakes and they are bloody hungry. They didn't work. They're just getting their vitamins.
You could probably make them with water instead of milk, Lynn.
Pardon?
If you made them with water instead of milk, they wouldn't bag you up quite so much.
Yeah, but I need the calories in the milk as well. I need the double band damage of the calories.
Yeah, they're not very nice with water either.
No, I usually have mine with either semi-skim milk or the coconut milk's lovely.
Yeah,
with the chocolate one, that's really nice, and there's very few calories in that.
Water's okay if you're using it as a mocha or something like that, say like a hot chocolate, water's okay. And then you can maybe put a wee drop of milk in with it, but they're lovely, and I've been using them for more than nutritional value, rather than wanting to lose weight on. Yeah, I feel a lot better. So that's why I've been using.
That's why I'm trying to take them, because if you're a bad eater, you worry about all the things that you're not giving your body that makes your skin lovely. Does my skin look better?
You're not getting out into the fresh air or anything either, so you're not getting all your nutrients.
That's true.
Actually, I was taking the mickey there, but my skin actually does look better. Because if you eat properly, your skin looks better, your hair's better. You need these things. It's excellent.
A lot.
And I don't know how the prices go with that. I think the price of that's pretty reasonable for 2 weeks supply. I think that's quite reasonable. I know somebody who's using a competitor's brand that doesn't fill them up. And the argument that they've used me, it's somebody I know really well, the argument they've used to me is, but you need to eat to lose weight. Well, that isn't any good to the Viva MK one, isn't any good to me if it fills up, because this competitor has also told them that they have to eat to lose weight, which you do, but this, they're kind of, they're losing it in their pitch, if that makes sense. You've got to, so they're not, it has to fill you up. It has to fill you up till your next meal.
Yeah.
Or it's not a meal replacement, and our one does. So I'm really, really excited.
Oh, it really does.
It really does. It really, really.
Sometimes I've been using it even in between, maybe about 10 o'clock, not having a breakfast or a lunch, and I'm not hungry until tea time.
It's bad for you.
And then I have a bag bowl or chicken curry or whatever, you know, takeaway pizza. You can still eat all that. You can.
My daughter's doing them the same as you, Lynn. Because she's a nurse, she doesn't always have time to eat in the morning, especially if she's on a very early shift. So she'll make some of the shake and she'll take it with her, and she'll just drink it on her way to work, or when she gets to work, if she hasn't got any what do you call them? I can't call them customers, can you?
The customers that are in the
Patients.
If she hasn't got any patience straight away, she's doing breakfast with her. So she was getting very tired and that because she went to theatre, and she's always in a room. There's no windows, and she can be in there for hours on end in theatre. So she said it's helped her as well, because it's given more energy, and she's feeling loads better since taking it. So, and she doesn't need to lose weight.
No,
she's got a gorgeous fit.
I'll tell you something else that is totally true about the more energy. I'm really energetic anyway, but anybody that knows me, Kate and Jane, know that I tend to try and switch off about 9 o'clock, and sometimes I can be asleep by 9:15. I can fall asleep early. I work really hard, but I usually get really tired at night. I was seeing that as a negative. I was thinking, fucking hell, it's 12 o'clock at night and I'm still awake. I'm not feeling tired. It does definitely give you more energy, which is good, because you get more energy. You want to do more things and lose weight. I think it's a brilliant product. Well done. Deva. Well done, Deva. Anybody else want to share a story before we go? I'm not going to pick on the seasoned people. The seasoned people want to share the share.
Lynn,
Yes.
about you're not very good at eating.
Yes.
This book, Atomic Habits, says you should stack habits. If you're already doing something, then do something else, something new on top of it. So if you're having your third cup of tea in the morning, then add a habit to do that. So after my third cup of tea, I'll do something. So you add a habit to an existing habit.
Sometimes I'm so busy working that I don't even want to go and make a shake. That's the truth. It's a habit. It's a habit has to be in here, and in here I've made a decision that other things are more important. This is why I'm taking the shake, because it's a nice easy way. And here's an idea to give to Michael, a nice easy way. When you do the shakes, the competitor's got a couple of good things. One, they have a beaker with a silver thing, a silver ball that looks like a bit like a whisk, but it's not a whisk, it's a sphere. It's a sphere. I can't say sphere properly. S-P-H-E-R-E, sphere. I've never been able to say sphere properly. Sphere. I still can't say it. Stop it, one. Have a wine, you might be able to say it. It's a little circle, it's like a wire. And the idea of the beaker, and I do admit, anybody's taking the shakes, you get bits at the bottom. And even no matter how much you whisk it, how much you do it, you get bits at the bottom. This little beaker and the little metal bit does this, means it whisks it properly. So you could get add-on, you could sell the beaker with the thing, you could sell the scoops to scoop them in. They've got a handle that they sell it with. Just theirs is better and cheaper, thank God. Right, anybody else?
Did you say you were going to say something about a piece of jewellery, Lynn?
Oh yes, I think I don't know the amount, but it's over 100 quid in poppy brooches sold by Janet today.
Just by wearing it, probably.
She was wearing it on her cardigan, but today she said it was colder and she wore a jacket, so she put it on her handbag strap and just made sure she showed everybody it. It is just wearing it won't sell it.
Yeah.
I do think you have to say, look at this, it's gorgeous. But it really is pretty. It's really pretty for £16.
Yeah.
It's lovely. And it's one of these products that, you know, sometimes they come and you think, oh, it's slightly different. It's one of these products that come and you think, oh, that's really much nicer than what I thought it would be. It's so pretty and it's no big. It's so tiny.
Is that the one? Is that the one they've just brought out that isn't in the catalogue?
Not in the catalogue.
That's the only way the customers would see it, is if you show them it.
Are not going to see it, so that's another good point. If you wear it and say, "Look, this is somewhere online," it also gives you an opportunity to say, you know, do you like my brooch? Oh, and you wouldn't be wearing the brooch. Jeff probably. Jeff probably would, because that's Jeff. I'm kidding, but
I'm going to put one on my beanie hat.
You could, if you're delivering a product, you didn't, you would do it, by the way, but you could just have one and say, look, this is my top seller. This is a really big seller. It's gorgeous for Mother's Day. Just show.
Janet's told me carry a presentation box with me, so I can demonstrate it.
Girls can, ladies can wear that. I'm not being sexist here, but I don't think Owen, Frank, or Jeff would. Jeff would. Yeah. Owen and Frank, maybe no.
Okay. Janet told me that she had...
that is another way, especially if you're new, that you get sales just by showing people the products.
Okay. Janet told me she'd sold 11, which is
was
another...
it 11? I knew it was over
11. Brilliant.
Yeah. £176.
I tell you what else she said to me today. She said, I think I could sell over £1,000 worth of these brooches alone this period. There's a challenge that she's threw there. That's maybe after the day when she just sold, was it 16 or 11? 11. I couldn't remember. I know she said it was over 100, but I couldn't remember the figure. So it was 11 at £16.
£176 in total. Extra
Did you get anything out of her? She was making us wait a month to find out what she's doing differently. Did you get anything out of her?
She's probably not doing anything differently when she just didn't marry it. She's just picking up the story. She shows products at the door. She phones up her customers. I think they're just basically doing a lot more of everything because they've got a big goal this period. But don't you worry, we'll get it out of your son. If you have to strap her down to the bed and tie her up. Not the bed. But no, she's brilliant. If you're new, you don't have to demonstrate products at the door. I mean, see this here, even just this, I'm just looking at this. I'm a candle person. If you stuck that under my nose, I would know right away that was good. They're really amazing. They're powerful. They're strong. Just touchy-feely, but you don't have to. These are all the great thing is these are all little add-ons.
Well, Janet tells me that blast cans are great at the door. You squirt it at the door and it lasts for days and days.
Yeah, I've done that as well. Coming up to the summertime, trying a few of the nail polishes as well to wear when you're doing deliveries as well. I sold loads of them last year doing that.
I'm not doing that.
You don't have to have the best nails. Well, Jeff, this comes from a man who used to paint the customers' nails at the door. Didn't you?
Or did Janet not suggest that you did your little pinky with a clear nail varnish? See, there's a way for a man as well, but for the men, I don't want to scare you off here, guys. You didn't have to do this, okay? These are just wee extras. They're just wee extras. But we'll get pictures of Jeff when he does all of them, his handbag and his brooch. Listen, it's been, I said we'd finish early, but we haven't actually finished early, but hopefully you've enjoyed the catch up. Thank you, Tricia, for doing that training.
That was great, Tricia, thank you.
It was excellent and been brave enough to offer to do it. And it's good your new person was here and to see you doing it as well. So well done. I deliberately picked small trains because it was right off the top. But I am still asking for a volunteer. I've kind of half volunteered Fiona. She can message me and let me know if she's up for it, and we can pick a subject that you're comfortable with to train on, that you know that you like and you can do well. She's
I
not.
think Frank's going to do one soon as well.
Frank will
Yeah.
do one. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, if you want, yep.
Right, we've got
Anytime, no problem.
trainings, but there will be stuff that's in the system. And if you're new to the business, everybody's got different styles, everybody's got different things, everything works in the business. But when it comes to the training, the more that you can have a training that's kind of formulated, that everybody's, it's basically, it's not saying the same things, but it is saying the same things, because it's that way, that is how people learn. If you go and somebody says this and somebody says that and somebody says the next thing, it's hard to learn. But if we're all singing from the same hymn sheet, I'm not a religious person, but we're all singing the same hymn sheet, we all know how to do the trainings, we're all presenting. That means we can send anybody to any training throughout the UK and Ireland, and no, they're not going to get diverse trainings. It's all going to be the same training, and it's all stuff that works. And you know, one of the best ways that you can grow in this business is to train. Now, I don't want to scare off Nikki. You're just new, Nikki, but I'm talking about the people who are in the business a bit longer. If you want to grow, and the people who want a full-time income from the business and a substantial income, you don't have to train if you want to make £50 to £100 a week. But if you want to make more than that, training, Jan Rue, who's a multi-millionaire through this industry, says, if you train it, you retain it. So basically, if you train it, you remember it. And what do we try to say? The most important thing in this business is gaining knowledge and experience. It's gaining knowledge and experience. And if you train it, just the very act of putting the training together has actually trained yourself. And if you don't believe me, the next training you come on, take loads of notes. Because just plan the next training you come on to say to yourself, new people do this, oh, and you do this. The next training, no matter whose training it is, just take lots of notes as if you were going to train that training to someone else. Right? Yep. Now, hopefully you'll understand now why that is how you learn, because if you're going to do a training for somebody else, you're going to take loads of notes. You're going to really learn the subject, and then by the very act of training it, you're going to remember it, and you're going to, and what they say in this business is the trainers, the coaches, the guy with the pen, because in the olden days, we used to train with pens and paper. The guy with the pen is the guy with the check. The guy with the pen is the guy with the check. So the people who are training it, and they're growing teams. So that is why I'm trying to encourage everybody to get involved in it. So I know that most of you, to be fair, on tonight can do trainings, but there's new people coming through, and also just to develop yourselves, in the business. Who wants to close the meeting? Because I'm going to go forever. I think this is the Viva MK Health Shakes.
Did you have a wee look at your phone, Lynn?
Have I forgotten something?
You've got a message. No, you've got a message there. Just before you log off.
Yes, right. There's been a debate going on about the starting time, and every time I have a training, I put it out to all of you to come back to me what you're happy with. And apart from a couple of people, I didn't really get much feedback. The debate is, some people think 9's too late. Some people prefer that, but the other side of the debate is, just so the people who would prefer it earlier know, and especially now as we're coming into spring and summer, the reason it's at 9 is because many people are out doing catalogues up until 9 o'clock. That was the reason it was always at 9. It has been for years, it's been at 9 because with the catalogue retail side of the business. Now the business is more 50-50, and to be fair, with the catalogue side of the business, I guess we could work it. We could work on retail plans around the meetings, as we always train people to do anyway, because we used to have face-to-face meetings every Tuesday, twice every single Tuesday, face-to-face in a hotel every week for an hour. So, we could, if you can give an hour in a hotel and you've got to travel back and forward, we know that time isn't always the problem. But I would like people to give me what their thoughts are on the time. I am happy to do it at 6 o'clock in the morning if you want. I'm up with my cup of tea at that time and my pajamas on. But 10 o'clock, I might have had a glass of wine by then, so that's too late for me. But most of these are pretty quiet tonight, so could everybody who's on the meeting tonight message me? Because nobody tells me when I ask. No comments? Who's going to close the
The
meeting?
people that go to work earlier in bed normally by this time, Lynn.
Aye.
So that's what I'm looking for, Mary. I'm looking for feedback.
What about 8:30 to half 8, half 9, or half
I
7 to
probably,
half
if we were
8?
doing that, I'd probably just make it 8 because I quite like the two circles.
Aye,
you know,
the
the hour.
timer.
I don't think that half.
Mary, would you prefer a wee bit earlier?
Who me? Who we asking?
Mary,
Sorry?
Mary says.
would you
see,
prefer a wee bit earlier?
this is what I want to
Aye.
because at the end of the day,
Yeah, if I was
Because I'm
working
nearly
at,
asleep.
it's your meeting and we want you to be able to attend it. Fiona, I know that you have things with the boys, especially once the lockdown. So hopefully we can, once the lockdown eases, you'll have your things. The boys go to their clubs and stuff, do they?
Yeah.
Your volumes went. So we'll not be able to.
Oh, sorry.
if I was working at 6:30
You're up
tomorrow,
at
it's
half
a
6
bit late.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Oh,
not
right,
now.
okay,
That's
right.
why I'm on it. But I
Yep.
was meant to be.
Yeah.
So I'm not working tomorrow at all. So that's why I'm on it.
Yep.
Right.
I thought Tricia's suggestion of 8:30 to 9:30. 8 o'clock, I'm often out delivering orders, and by the time I came back in, I couldn't always swear I would make 8 o'clock. Not because I don't eat until we come back. So 8 would probably be a wee shade early, but 8:30 would be, but depends how other
I know you
people
do your
feel
deliveries on
about.
a Thursday. The recognition one, I'm thinking about changing the date and just having the 4 Wednesdays back. Do you know what I mean? It's
The only problem with that is the last Wednesday of the period for people that are going for a pin level might still be
Oh,
posting like
that's right.
mad at that time of night on the last day.
that's
But
right.
that aside,
That's right.
and then you don't have the figures for the recognition either until the following Wednesday then.
No, I do my recognition myself, but it takes a while because of the way it's.
No, but I mean, but there'll be people that might not have the pin level at 9 o'clock that they've got by midnight.
Oh no, I thought I misread what you said. The second sentence, I understood it when you said it the first time, but when you said it the second time, I read that completely different. They'll be going for a pin level on the right. So
One of the reasons Lynn was wanting to change the Thursday night was because as the business grows, it's too difficult to put all of the pin levels together anyway.
I know.
In 24 hours. So
Yeah.
that's
that's
really
not
it.
24 hours.
Sunday again.
Just keep it on Sunday, but keep a regular
Wait.
period.
Like have an extra one on the Sunday and keep the 4 Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Or maybe just have it on a Sunday instead of Wednesday, because the end of the period is really important to most people pushing for the pin levels. There's no doubt about that. Do you know what I mean? There's no doubt about that. But the only problem is, as Scott said, he's going to have his on Wednesdays, so they will clash with ours periodically, and some of the group do plug into them. Do you know what I mean? That's the only thing I see there. But I could maybe chat with Scott and see if I could twist his arm, because his Friday one worked really well as well. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think he's too bothered. So
What about the idea of changing it to a Sunday every week then?
I don't know.
Sunday for me, a Sunday, it's not good for me.
Not good for you.
Okay.
Sunday's not good.
And once we're released from
Family day.
I was talking about Sunday night. I'm not meaning Sunday night.
I would have said
Inside.
that just because we've been in a lockdown for a year and plus. But I guess once we come out of the lockdown, Sunday becomes maybe a family day. Do you know what I mean? So Sunday right now through a lockdown is probably all right for the majority, except Tricia, who's not working there, and probably other people. But I wanted to put it out there because it's our meetings. It's not mine, it's ours. We want to get something that suits everybody. You'll never get that. You'll never, ever get that. If it's a Wednesday, do you collect catalogues on a Wednesday, or are you delivering products on a Wednesday? it's, you know, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I don't think that 8:30 is going to make a blind bit of difference. 8:30. Like, I don't think the people who think 9's too late are going to think half 8 is that much earlier.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion on that one. But we can chat. You can send me a messenger message. But it looks like we could go a bit earlier. If that seems to be, nobody's saying no to that. Frank, I did like the idea about Sunday, but I do agree that a lot of folk have family Sundays. We can have the recognition on a Sunday. Do that regularly on a Sunday. Could be the Friday or the Sunday. Some people love a Friday.
Friday night.
Friday, Sunday. Do you know, I would always have it ready by the Friday, but been struggling to have it ready by the Thursday lately. The internet not working has had a bearing on that, because I'm getting all my information through the internet, so that has had a bearing on it. I might be able to, but as Jane points out, as the business grows, the recognition's going to take longer. It's going to take longer. So we'll go for Friday or Sunday. Like, I'll get every single person message me and say Friday or Sunday, and I'm going to go with the majority who's on tonight. You know, once a month. It's only going to be once every 4 weeks for recognition. On the week where we have recognition, we may not have a Zoom, but why not have a Zoom with your teams? You know, the team Zooms. Really, what I would like ideally, and sorry it has been on longer, is for our Zooms, these Wednesday ones, to be every couple of weeks with maybe a special subject or a special guest, or and have more welcome and opportunity presentations going on, wherein everybody doing their own team Zooms as well. That would be the end goal. Who's going to close the meeting? Don't blame me for it running late, by the way, because I've said who's going to close the meeting 6 times. Who's going to close the meeting, Jane? Oh, she's away. She never looked. I thought she was off for
She was waving. She wasn't putting her hand up.
As soon as I said close the meeting, I could see she was got this. She's
What
tired.
about Owen?
Owen, do you want to have a bash at go closing the meeting since it's a wee audience tonight?
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be another great week ahead. A wee challenge. See how many blast cans you can sell. I want to hear back next week. That's a good one. See who can win. Have a good week.
I need to say something when you close it. That's so brilliant. Well done.
Well done. Owen, do half cans count?
Half cans count.
Keep going. That's a great idea. That competition's in place now. Who can sell the most glass cans? On you go.
Put it in the groups for everyone else to see. Get your catalogues out there, your products, and just go for it. Have a great week and see everyone next Wednesday.
Right, next Wednesday time will be announced tomorrow. See you on next Wednesday.
Remember, everybody message Linda your preference for times.
And get selling the blast cans.
And sell the blast cans as well.
That's not a blast can you've got though. That's a hand to sanitize.
No, blast can.
It's the fresh linen, isn't it?
Fresh linen.
Oh, it looked really tiny. It's because it looked like a hand sanitizer when you did it for paper. I need to get my glasses. C's on it.
Right, can I give you a quick announcement before you go? While we were speaking, I messaged Michael because I just couldn't not message Michael, right? And I said, Michael, is it true? Lynn's just saying on Zoom that she asked you about putting a catalogue in with dropship orders, as I've been asking you for years, and you told her it's starting tomorrow. Go ahead and make my day. And he's now replied and said, yes, it is. I want it as an opt-in service, which is what I wanted as well. But yes, if not tomorrow, certainly Friday. So it's really.
I was wrong. I actually thought that it wouldn't be an opt-in service because.
Well, I wanted it to be because I believe there's an issue with the eBay sellers because some eBay sellers insist that eBay don't allow you to put in any promotional material. Now, I didn't know that. And when I sell on eBay, if I'm sending something out from here, I would normally put an advert for my shop on the packaging and everything like that. I didn't know that. But that would cause an issue if that's true.
Well, that would
and I did want it to be opt-in.
That'll explain why he's changed his mind from then 8:30, 8:20, 8:15 now.
Because he might already have been messaged about that by people that heard that. So
it's because I think his initial thoughts, and this would be easier for Viva MK, would be just put it in every drop ship. But if it's going to eBay, might not be able to do that. That's fair enough. So you're going to have to opt in, but it's happening. Hopefully it's going to take longer because you're having to opt in for it. Probably that's why it's going to take longer. See if I have to edit these videos. Thank you for closing the meeting on. But Kate, it was Kate's fault. So you have to have the last word and say, see you all.
See you all next week. Have a blast.
Have a blast.
Well done.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
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 Toodle pip.